Yo. Check. 1, 2, 1, 2. What's going on, good people? Hope all is well. Everything. How y'all doing? Um, it's me, Fahara, with IVD Press, with our second live stream. Hope y'all are ready to get some information, talk about some sports. Today we're going to be talking about um, LaMelo Ball. That's the we're gonna be talking about today, and the situation with his number, jersey number, that is, because we got a lot to think about when we think about the jersey number and him having it. He got drafted to the Charlotte Hornets, and by him being drafted to the Charlotte Hornets, somebody else already had the jersey number. Fixed it up. Somebody else already had the jersey number one. So we trying to figure out how can we get in a situation where we could actually help Melo get his number back that's based around his whole career, that's based around pretty much everything that he's doing. What can we do to help get the jersey number to him? I can't even say back because he hadn't had it in the NBA, but he's had it everywhere else he's been. Junior high school, pretty much everywhere he's attended, he had the number. So, what can we do to help the situation and getting his jersey back? Now, so I'm still setting some stuff up while I'm getting ready. So, I hope y'all just chill out with me for a minute. Hopefully, I have everything together in a minute. But if y'all hadn't already, like, subscribe, hit the bell, the IVD Press. Um, the platform been out on Facebook for some years now. I'm just bringing it to YouTube and Instagram. So if you hadn't already, like, subscribe, hit the bell. And if you're tuning in on Facebook, thank you for rocking with me. Really means a lot. Make sure if you got any questions, ask. Put it in there. I'll put it on the screen, and we can have a conversation about it. So let's get into it. What do y'all think? As far as people that's not NBA, people that love the game, us, and the people that love the Ball family, and now the fact that they got all three boys in the NBA, everything, the whole nine. What do y'all think that we can do to help Melo get the number one jersey? Now, this is my thing, and I was talking to AB and Ball Facts about it, and Sports Inside them, and I was saying that I think that he might have the number one jersey, the jersey number one, before the season start. But I'm looking at stuff now. I'm looking at the practices, and he's still rocking the number two jersey. So I'm trying to get an understanding of, like, can he really get that number back? Because it'd be interesting for his whole thing to be based around the number one jersey, but he's not wearing the number one jersey. So let's ponder on that for a minute. So what does it take? Does it take Michael Jordan to help him get the number one jersey? Does it take the Ball family coming out of money to get the jersey number that he want? Like, what exactly would it take for him to get the number one jersey? Now, this is the idea that I had. Now, I know it's illegal to buy bootleg jerseys. I know that. But say, for instance, LaMelo fans go to NBA, I think it's shopnba.com, and actually get a personal jersey done with the same team. LaMelo Ball, put Ball on the back of the jersey, number one, and get it through NBAshop.com. And we wear that jersey to the games. What y'all think about that? Because that'll be a different type of situation for him to be in. it's like everybody at the game wearing the number one jersey, but he's wearing the number two jersey. I just thought that there would be like a really cool aspect if that could actually work out. Like, how can we get that to the point that it's actually working and people are getting on board with it? It's like, I heard there's a petition going on. I don't know if it's going to work or not, the petition, but I heard this petition going on to get him in the number one jersey. So y'all give me the inside on that, man. Well, y'all give me the inside. I'm gonna give y'all the inside sports inside angle. So big shouts out to him, man. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, that was a good segue, boy. I see you. I see you. What's up, bro?
Man, blessed brother, man. I appreciate you, don't it, man?
You already know I appreciate you too, man.
All day, man. Well, I'm here talking right now. We talking about the LaMelo Ball situation and him wearing the number two jersey. Now,
Right.
I had a quick conversation with the peoples. I was saying, because I heard this petitions that's going on for it. I'm like, is Michael Jordan the answer to that? Is the Ball family throwing a little money? Is that the answer for that? Or this is what I want to do. I would like for every Ball fan to go to shop. Uh, it's because instead of selling fake jerseys, go to shop NBA.com and get special jerseys made with the Charlotte Hornets, the number one with Ball on the back, and everybody in the stadium goes to the games with that jersey on.
That'll be dope though if everybody did that, bro. I think the real key to it is though Malik Monk just got to come up off that high horse, man, and just give it up. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, at the end of the day, I know he used to wear number 5. I think when
In
he was in
college.
college. So it's not like the number one jersey is like his jersey since he's been a kid. And then I kind of look at him. I think he came in the same year as Lonzo. He really been kind of like subpar play. So I mean, it's not like he's this famous guy. You know what I'm saying? And he's got lots of merchandise being sold up under that jersey. So I mean, he could just give it up. But you know how it is, man. When you come on a team and you got everybody kind of you gonna have a little tension in the room. You know what I'm saying? It's always when you compete for the same position. You know what I mean? And it's a competitive sport. So I think Malik will have to give it up. I put a GIF out on Twitter yesterday, and I tagged Malik in, and it was the one where Jordan was slapping him in the back of the head. And I said, "Man, give up that jersey, man. Give up that jersey."
Hey, and that's the real though, because I'm looking at the situation and I'm like, he's only connected with the number in the NBA. I don't think
Yeah,
he ever wore a number because I didn't see him before college, but I don't think he
right.
ever wore a number. So my
Not that I
thing is,
know of.
yeah. So my thing is, I wish I had enough fan base, enough
Right,
pull to get, because the people gonna spend the same amount of money on the jersey for the number one jersey. Do what it
right.
take to make a custom jersey
True.
from the NBA? So that's where I'm at. Like, how do we get that situation to the point where if we can get people on board to actually go and still patronize the NBA,
Right.
but order the number one jersey, man? How crazy would that be going to the game and seeing that?
And that would be a flood. I mean, the dude would almost certainly have to give up the jersey at that point. And I mean, he might not even be on the team anyway. They might trade him off anyway. Because I haven't heard anything about him. I haven't seen him in any of the interviews. Like, and when you look at their posts and things of that nature, I haven't
Mm.
seen him in any of their posts. And he just got COVID-19 today. So, yeah.
I thought that was fake news.
Nah. Well, if it is, then it's a lot
It
of
may
fake
be.
news.
Yeah, yeah. It may be like I hadn't been on a major platform to see it because I really didn't care that much.
Yeah, they were
But
reporting it all over Twitter, man.
okay, okay.
So I mean, I'm assuming that I haven't, I'm not sure. I can't confirm it based because I don't know him. So, but at the same time, I know one thing. He doesn't really have a fan base. I mean, he's one of
Mm,
the top 500 players in the world, but out of that top 500, he probably in the lower 100, lower 150 players of
yeah,
that group. And
yeah,
nobody's really worried about a Malik Monk. Give up that jersey, dude.
yeah. And the thing is like that's what I thought. I thought that by him being in the NBA, but um and by him being like a part of a okay team, in like he had a breakout season last year or nothing like that, I would
Never.
think that Mike or you know what I'm saying, somebody with the staff, would do that. But and it's like I'm like, what if they trade him though? Then they won't have to worry about none of that. But it's getting closer to season, and I'm like, they ain't traded him yet. Because that was the first thing I thought. I was like, when they get Melo, they'll trade him. That's my
Right.
first thought since he had the number, but it hadn't got to that yet. So, what do you think that it would take other than him just jump another scenario other than him just giving up the number? What's another scenario that could happen?
I just don't really see it being another number. You came up with a great thing where he gets pressured into making happen, basically having to give up the jersey. Because I think when I look at some of the disputes I've seen over jerseys over the years, I don't think ownership and executives get into the middle of that. I don't think they want to play that game because it's kind of petty, and it's not anything that's really going to affect Melo as far as his gameplay. And I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
sure the Charlotte Hornets don't care what number he wears, as long as he can perform his job well. So at the end of the day, I don't see a scenario unless Malik gives it up. And for him to not have already relinquished it after Lonzo pretty much put him on Front Street on Twitter, and then he made a statement saying he couldn't do it, and then he came back and said we can work something out, bro. And
Mm-hmm.
so I'm pretty sure after the minute he said we could work something out, I'm pretty sure there was some kind of conversation since then. That's been about 2 or 3 weeks now. And if it hasn't come to a conclusion at that point, that means that he probably made some outlandish, request. Give me 100,000. And like, all right, man, go sit on the bench.
But it's like if he would have threw up a number, man, for them to buy the jersey between his family and all his brothers and the whole family, I'll pay for the number. Like I
But
would
that's
pay for it.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't give him 2 nickels.
Hmm.
I drag him and get him off the team. I beat him down. I'm telling you, I
And
wouldn't give
just
him
come with
nothing.
the and then just get the nerd or get the jersey in
You
the
want to
middle
wear
of the
number
season.
one? You're gonna sit on a bench all season with it on. You won't. Nobody will ever see you with it. You want to be that kind of dude? I'm not even gonna play with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a company. I have a logo that's based on the number one. You know what I'm saying? I've been wearing this number my whole life. I think
Mm-hmm.
his brother should have stayed out of it though. I do think Lonzo shouldn't have, even stepped in it and had anything to say
On it
from a
on
public,
Twitter.
yeah, from a public standpoint. Because now it looks like Big Bro is, in the middle of your, you know what I'm saying, middle of your business, and at the same time, like I said, I'll make him get out of it. I'll make him get right out of it, and I'll
Uh,
probably hit him in the jaw in practice. You know what I'm saying? Like how get a little testy in the locker room. Go ahead and scuff him up one good time. You know what I'm saying? It'll be over. He can keep the jersey at that point. You know
but that's the thing. If he's not going to give up the number, why did he give it? Why did he give it energy on Twitter, saying that it might be
because
a
he got put on
possibility?
blast. Because he got put on blast. Once you get put on blast and everybody's retweeting it and you start getting comments and stuff below it, it forces you to react. That's why
Mm,
Lonzo did it, because he knew it was gonna bring the energy from the outside to try to put the heat on it. And then that's the reason why immediately Lonzo tweeted it. Maybe a minute later, he tweeted back, "I can't do it, bro." So
mm,
that was his original mindset. He already knew Melo was coming. So in his mind,
mm.
he was already saying, "I'm not doing it." Basically F you. You know what I'm saying? And then after the pressure started heaping down, he comes back a little bit later and says, we can work something out.
Well, the thing is, man, when are you gonna work it out? If you got any plans on working it out, because this is the thing, the preseason is starting. You know what I'm saying? With or without you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
And the thing is, like say for instance, if Melo would sign a Jordan brand, Malik wouldn't have that number because
Right.
you gotta think about it.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Because the whole LaMelo Ball thing is based off of the number one. Malik ain't
Right.
gonna have that number. You know what I'm saying? If Jordan involved, like Jordan just want to win right now. So I can
Right.
see them not getting involved on that aspect. But I'm pretty sure them people in the like some of them people was like, hey yo, man, this don't, a lot of people gonna be at the games there, man.
Right.
And I get it.
Yeah.
It's like like somebody taking your spot. I get it.
And that's what I'm trying to say. He's coming for your job, snatching the number off your jersey. You know what I mean? The heat is on. The heat
Yeah.
is on.
Yeah, because the thing is, Lamelo have a break. If he have a breakout first half by trade deadline, he can be
The
gone.
league gonna be gone anyway. I mean, it's gonna either be between him or Terry Rozier. One of them have to go. One
Mm,
of them have to go. And I just don't see Malik Monk after 3 years. I think his statistics are lower than Lonzo's, and so he's in the
mm.
same draft class. And he just really hasn't produced anything. He definitely doesn't have any hype. Nobody's like looking for him. Uh, I saw his fan club. He's got like 50 followers.
And this is the official fan club.
I'm assuming. I mean, people create their own fan clubs.
Mm.
I mean, the fans create the fan clubs. So, um, I got into it with his fan club earlier today. I roasted his fan club.
I think you be riding around looking for that smoke, man.
You
You
already know, hanging out the window, hanging out the window, bro. I'm hanging out the window looking for it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, me. You know me. I'm the type person. I want to see what's going on the ground floor. So I'm all over the place. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Insta. I'm jumping back and
mm,
forth. I'm seeing what people saying, seeing what people talking about. Because I want to. That's what the inside angle is all about. I'm on the
mm,
inside. I'm finding the creases and the cracks that people aren't really looking at, and I'm bringing it to you. So you don't have to do all that. You just come to
mm.
me and you get all the meat right here. I cut the fat off for you.
All right. So to have some type of closure, it's either gonna be he gonna give up the number or he gonna get traded. You think those are the only two options?
No, I really don't. I think he's just gonna get beat down, like
Mm,
to a point where he'll feel embarrassed, and maybe he'll give it up. And at the end of the day, even if he doesn't give it up, I think by next season he'll be gone. And let's just say if he doesn't leave the team, let's just say he stays. After a year or so, people won't care what Melo Ball's wearing. If he's the rookie of the year, if he's this, if he's that, you know what I mean? Everybody will still call him MB1, but the
mm.
number two will just be what he's wearing.
Okay. Even with that, like looking at Leangelo, like I seen Ballface video day, and I actually went in to do some research as well. Ball
Mm-hmm.
not Ballface, but DKM.
DKM. Talking about the
Yeah,
Exhibit 10 contract.
yeah. Like that's legit. Like that's legit. And I
Right.
see G3. They making the jerseys for him, but a lot of them putting number 5 on it. And I would think that he would wear probably number 5 or 15, but who on the Pistons got number 3?
Whoever it is nobody. Name five people on the Pistons.
That's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying. Like I
name
don't even know.
name five players on the Pistons, man. I mean, just you see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, here's the thing, man. A lot of these guys are I mean, they have egos, man. They have egos. And I get it. You're getting paid millions of dollars. You're in the top 500 players it's only 500 players in the world that play professional basketball in the NBA. So I get it. You're going to have a
Mm.
sense of pride. You're going to have a sense of entitlement. But at the end of the day, I'm the type of person, I'm just going to snatch it from you. If you don't want to give it to me, and I'll ask politely, I'll ask politely. But if I come out every night and I'm dropping 25, 30, and you sitting on the bench, that jersey number don't matter, bro. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so I think for LiAngelo and especially LaMelo as well, because they have a reputation of kind of being prima donna. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm.
having privileges and stuff like that. I know LaMelo didn't want to come in and try to make a big uproar about a number, even though in his head he's probably looking like, bro, give me that
Really?
number. Run that exactly. But at the end of the day, you coming in, you want to be a good example for the team. I'm pretty sure MJ is looking at him like he's expecting him to be a leader. You know what I'm saying? And so
Mm.
if you come in and the first thing you do is cause an uproar about a number on a jersey, it's gonna set a bad tone for leadership and for just bringing the camaraderie and the chemistry together.
Yeah, because he's basically the future of that franchise right now.
Organization, right?
So say like I'm gonna get to this question, man. You seen as you send me the video of him balling out, him busting those threes, and
In
I'm I'm
practice.
I'm almost sure that he's starting.
Oh, come on. If you start anybody else, who you gonna start? I mean, you got PJ Washington, you have Terry Rozier, so that's your one. So I mean, one of those two gonna be on the bench, and then you have your two guard Melo Ball. And I see. I'm gonna tell you something about JJ that I've noticed. He made Melo. He didn't make Melo change his shot, but what he did, he made Melo change his leg positioning for that jump shot. And because
Mm,
what Melo was doing was kicking his legs out, and it was causing him to tilt. Now
a little
Melo
bit.
still bend his knees, but he goes straight up like this. I'm noticing, and it's a solid shot. Man,
Okay.
I'm telling you, Melo. If long as LaMelo takes good shots, I expect him to be shooting around about 37, 38% his rookie season from downtown. I promise you. And to be honest with you, Melo probably gonna average 20 points his rookie season. I'm telling you,
And,
because I was looking at him standing next to Gordon Hayward, and the boy looked like he almost 6'9", man. He looked like he
man,
almost 6'9".
and that's the thing, man. It's like I said that in a live, man. I forgot. I think it was FIF, and
Mm-hmm.
and I said I can see Melo scoring um 17 to 20 points a game.
Yeah.
It's like they was like, no, man, I can't see that, man. It's like, but I get where they coming from too. He a rookie, but man, you gotta understand, like, you gotta watch that boy from high school to junior high, high school, Lithuania to the Hawks. JBA, he loves shooting the ball. So
His
I can't
daddy
see
made him like that.
all of them like that. So I can't see him starting, getting 30 minutes a game, 20, 25, 30 minutes a
Right.
game, and not making 20 points. Like, I can say every game, but you got to everybody have bad games. But I can see him taking a shot, man. Just hey, I'm
Right.
gonna throw it up there and see what he do.
As long as Melo works on these three things, he needs to get a more explosive first step. His first step isn't really that fast, but that he makes up for that with athleticism and ball handling. But I would
Mm,
like to see him upgrade his first step a little bit, but get a little bit more explosive out the first step. Number two, defense. If he strengthens his defense up, that's going to lead to a lot of offense and
mm,
confidence. Because when you make plays on defense, it really motivates you. You know what I'm saying? And the teammates reward you too when you do good things on defense. And then the third thing, just shot selection. You know, Melo can get crazy, but this is the first time he's been in an organization whereas it's not all about Melo. It's all about a team,
mm.
and it's all about because nobody's bigger than an NBA franchise. And then he's at the perfect organization with MJ. So in the back of his mind, he's always gonna be thinking, "What is MJ gonna say? What is MJ
Mm.
thinking?" And a
Yeah,
lot of times MJ is one row behind the team.
yeah. A lot of times
He,
at home.
that's what I'm saying. At home, he's right there on the floor, and he in your ear. What the hell you doing? What the hell was that? Don't do that again. That's how Malik Monk ended up getting his head slapped on live TV. Now, needless to say, if MJ would have slapped me in my head like that, his teeth would have been in his chest. Cause look, look, you can talk to me and tell me what I'm doing wrong, but slapping me in my head, bro, as an adult, boy, you gonna get DDT on the court, man. I don't care what kind of goat you are, you gonna be goat milk. I'm trying to tell you, man. I almost punched a hole in my wall because I was in here practicing how I would have did Mike if he would have slapped me in my head. Like I almost got mad for Malik Monk. I'm being real, man. Cause I just thought
Yeah,
that was highly disrespectful, man. Like the dude
yeah,
made a mistake. That's cool. It didn't
yeah,
cost you the game. Even if it
yeah.
cost you the game, though, that does not warrant you slapping a grown man in the back of the head twice.
Hmm.
Like, nah, bro. On live TV.
Yeah, man.
On
That
live TV.
that happened, bro. Like hey, you real about that one. You real about that one. The thing, it's like I guess I guess as a grown man, and not more so just as a CEO or a leader of a ball club. It's
Right.
like he must have to have some kind of relationship with his team to be able to
I,
do that and get away with it, man.
I
Like,
think that's who he thinks he is as a human being. That he just a goat, like a god status, where he just do what he want to do. I just read an article where Michael Jordan 2 years ago turned down a 2 hour presentation for $100 million.
I heard about that, man.
A hundred
I
million
heard about
dollars
that a
for a
while back.
2 hour appearance, bro. Come on now. So that lets you know the mindset of a Michael Jordan, bro. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah, but
he thinks that he can do whatever he wants to do, man. I mean, think about it. Even if I had a relationship, me and you, we brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? On the court, 10 years. Let's just say we've been knowing each other 10 years, man. I'm still never
mm,
about to put my hands on you, bro. I'm never
yeah,
about to slap you in your head because you did something that I didn't like. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Or if
right.
I had
I got
a $1 billion corporation, you know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna come downstairs if somebody jack up one of my machines or tear up something and get to slapping people. Come on,
you.
man. Like, I don't know what make you think that you could put your hands on a grown man. Unless I done
Yeah,
slapped you on your head before. Unless me and you been slap boxing. Unless me and you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't
yeah,
care what
yeah.
kind of relationship you know what I'm saying? I mean, what kind of what kind of relationship warrants me putting my hands on you?
Right, right. Yeah. I mean, I got you, man. I got you, man. You know, I'm trying to look at it from a situation where it makes sense, and it's not one. You know what I'm saying? As far as that, I but when it
And
comes to go ahead.
I was just gonna say, even when you go back to that last dance, he was punching on teammates and stuff, bro. But he wasn't punching. He wasn't punching no Horace Grant. He wasn't punching no Charles Oakley's. He
Nah,
was
you ain't gonna
punching
punch
little
Star
Steve
Oakley.
Kerrs. You see what I'm saying? That's the type of guy you're dealing with. So if I'm Mellow Ball, I come in there and just keep my game low and just play my game. Cause I be done had to slap Mike. I'll be
Yeah.
slapping Mike. Not him slapping me.
All
I'm
right.
telling you.
So Melo on the Charlotte Hornets.
Nice.
Michael Jordan is his boss,
His
is the
boss.
leader.
Right.
Do you think and I'm gonna answer after you. Do you think that Mike is going to have a really tight relationship with him and teach him some stuff, take and bring him to the house, bring him to the court? Like, do you think that's going to be happening?
It's going to depend on two things. One, on if LeVar gets under his skin, and then two, Melo's attitude towards Jordan. Because Jordan can make or break LaMelo right now. Like if Jordan blackballs you in the NBA, you done. Like
Yeah.
if Jordan, you know, poos on you, you're done. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was one of the reasons that Jordan drafted him because he know like either this dude gonna bring me some chips or I'm gonna crush him under my feet. I'm
So,
telling you, this is Jordan. This is Jordan. I'm thinking from a mastermind with a huge ego. That's what he's thinking because he know Melo got the clout. He know Melo got the clout, but he thinking to
mm-hmm.
himself in the back room, you gonna earn clout over here, or else I'm gonna smash you. I'm gonna crush you.
Hey, and I'm with that too, man, because you gotta think about it, man. Who Michael Jordan is, what he is to the game of basketball, and I honestly think that Michael Jordan would see. I think he see it. I think he see that greatness in him, in that dog in him that his brothers don't necessarily got. I honestly think that Jordan going to invite him to the house, man, and
That's
take him to that court.
now.
And
Let's just say now. Hold on. Let's just say if Mike invites you to the court, right,
mhm,
into his house,
mhm.
and he start talking shit to you. Y'all out there playing in the backyard. You gonna talk some shit back? I'm talking about if he talking dog shit. I'm talking about. You know the type of stuff Mike probably be saying to you, you little pussy. You from the hill. You from the hills. I'm gonna do you. I'm gonna do you. I'm gonna show you what I do to your daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That type deal. And he gonna do you too now. And he
Yeah,
cutting your check. So if you go too far with him and elbow him too hard, or you just, you know what I'm saying, or we go too far, you see what I'm saying?
yeah.
Now you're in a bad spot. I heard Steven Jackson say Jordan came into practice, rah, 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 and he went back and forth with Michael Jordan. Ass was up out of there at the end of the season. And he was averaging more points than anybody on the team. You see what I'm saying? Because Mike wants to win at everything. At the talk game, he wants to win at everything. I know people like Michael. You can't
Mm-hmm.
win at nothing with them
Mm.
unless you just go ahead and knock their lights out and send them where they need to go.
Melo 101 with the great Michael Jordan at the gym, at the house. Is MJ backing him down? I
Oh
think
yeah,
MJ backing him down.
he
You know what
ain't
I'm
quick
saying?
enough to go buy him no more. He gonna back him down, pound him out.
But Jordan, that's one thing I've seen, man. Since he's been an older guy, I seen him. He was 40 when he was 48. I seen him dunking the basketball. I seen him shoot more threes in a row than I ever seen him do in a game. So
Yeah.
and he's still on the court, even though he don't
Oh yeah.
like. I think Jordan, man, Jordan one of the greatest mid range shooters of all time.
Oh, it may be the. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So it's like,
probably
man,
the.
I want this Michael Jordan just stepping in and dropping them off.
Oh, he dropping them off. Oh, he dropping them off. You got to remember, he's still the GOAT now. He's still a GOAT. He's still a GOAT now. And I'm pretty sure he's, like you said, he's still hooping a little bit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? At least to
yeah,
keep, just for that mouth. Because he,
yeah.
he he owns a basketball team. You think
Man,
them young boys ain't talking trash or looking, man, you think them young boys ain't looking at Mike like, man, get out of here, old man. You know what I'm saying? You think they not doing that? These young cats that we got out here now.
yeah,
I've
yeah,
heard story after story. I've even seen videos where Jordan came back into the facility at the Chicago Bulls after he had retired. Came
yeah,
down there, one of them young boys was like, man, get out of here, old man. You know what I'm saying? And smashed him. But really, the dude could have probably won the game. He just let Mike talk him out his game. Mike will talk you out
mm-hmm,
your game, too. Mike will
mm-hmm.
talk you out your game. He tell him, look it up there. Look at these rafters. Look at all that big talk. And then see, Mike got an audience too. That's another thing. You can't beat a person with an audience. Everything Mike said, everybody, I mean, hilarious. Everything Mike said was Kevin Hart hilarious. You know what I'm saying? And to
Yeah.
me, Kevin Hart ain't funny. So you know
I,
what I mean? Like
hey,
everything he was saying was false funny, and everybody just.
hey, we really got a lot in common, bro. Since the first time I rap with you, man, we really got a lot in common, man.
Hey, I'm a
So,
real one, bro.
because I don't think Kevin that funny to me. Like I ain't never had a breakout. A breakout.
Tell me one Kevin Hart joke that you can remember right off your head.
I
I'll
think the
wait.
one. I think the one that he was just talking about his pops. Like I don't know a word by
That's the
word.
only one I've ever
Yeah,
laughed at. That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
That's the
yeah,
only one I've ever laughed at. That's the only joke I've ever laughed at.
yeah,
When he was talking about his daddy. Yeah.
yeah,
His
yeah,
high and drunk daddy sitting in the back of the school and all that. Yeah.
yeah.
That's fun. I'm glad you said that. That's his only joke. And I think one other time I was laughing when he was imitating Shaq. Boy, him and Shaq was together. And that shit was funny. That's
That
the
wasn't
only
necessarily
time.
a joke though. That was like a getting
Like a
on
little
him.
skit. It was like a
Yeah,
skit. He was
yeah,
dressed up like Shaq, and Shaq was
yeah.
standing next to him. He was. It was too funny, boy. That was funny. But other than that, I haven't seen anything Kevin Hart has done that would make me like even like tear up. Or most time I try to make myself laugh. Most I can do is just crack a smile. I can crack a smile.
So back to the ball, man. Like, so you basically saying Michael Jordan is the P Diddy of basketball. Because once you mess up a bad boy, it's hard for you to get back up, man. Like, people don't trust it like that,
But
man.
then here's the notification that you see how messed up that is. But everybody who ever been on Bad Boy got messed off in a deal. Everybody. But when you don't want to get messed off no more, now you're the difficult one. You're the
Mm,
bad guy. See, that's those people who hold these. They call them gatekeepers, man. Them people that they gatekeepers, man, and they
for
be
sure.
so whack. They be
Yeah.
so whack, man, and they know they hold the gates to these industries and stuff like that. And so they treat you any kind of way because they know you want to get past me. So I'm gonna treat you like a dog to get by me. And if you won't let me treat you like a dog, then back on the streets you go. That's
Yeah.
how a lot of
But
them operate, man. But I'm hoping that Jordan will take a liking to the man and you know what I'm saying and have some respect. But I believe that's probably one of the main reasons why his franchise has been booty because
mm,
he treats everybody like a scrub. He treats think about one player that he's drafted that has had any kind of moderate success. It maybe Kimber Walker. Kimber.
mm.
That's the only person. And Kimber got up out of there and when they got him a max contract.
But that's the thing. It's like when people go to their ball club, I don't hear the players say anything about Mike. It's like so you know what
You
I'm saying?
bet
It's like they scared. It's like they terrified to say anything about like come out about any practice. Cause I know Mike difficult. You know what I'm saying?
you know he's
Especially with the game
difficult,
of
man.
basketball. So all right, now Mike, he's had a horrible seasons since he's been the chief executive officer. Um
Losing money every year. Franchise
yeah.
been losing money every year. It's still
Now
negative 150 in the hole.
see
See, I
and
do my
so
research. I know what he up to. They sold him a lemon. That was the first problem. They
mhm,
sold him a lemon. He let
yeah.
Bob Johnson, the former owner of BT, sell him a lemon because he wanted to be in Charlotte and have a doggone franchise. He let him
Mhm.
sell him a Lululemon. And the Joker sat up here and just he didn't revise his plan or his strategies. I think Michael's making all the decisions instead of hiring people that can do the job. Just like he hired Mitch
Yeah.
Kupchak that just got booted out of LA because he was a piece of trash. You saw how he had the Lakers playing for the last 5 years when he was running the show
Uh,
over there. And
yeah.
Genie Buckner was like, out, you go. And then the next 2 seasons, we got a chip. You got to get
Mm.
busters off from around you. Hey, Jordan went and got Mitch Kupchak. Guess why? Because Mitch Kupchak is a flunky. Mitch Kupchak is gonna say, "Yes, Michael. Yes, Michael. Michael gonna pay you $2-3 million a year, and you just yes, Michael. Yes, okay,
yeah.
Michael. All right, Michael.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Michael likes flunkies, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Michael
Well,
don't like independent people.
okay. This is the thing. I seen the interview with Mike
Mm-hmm.
recently, and
Mm-hmm.
Mike was talking about how the first seasons of him owning the team, how they went and the people he had behind him. He's like, I didn't have the right people behind me. He actually said that. Like, he actually said that I didn't have the right people
I mean,
running
he
things.
been on the team for 10 years.
But I'm just saying that what you said.
I mean, we a
Now
decade in there, but I mean, where the
he
right people
he
at now?
he said that this year is going to be totally different. And the thing is like I can't say that that's true. I can't say that they're false. He said this year gonna be totally different. He got the right people behind him, and even when he draft, he normally get the kids straight from North Carolina.
Right,
So
right.
so it wasn't really
It's free.
nothing in North. Yeah, it really wasn't nothing too much in North Carolina this year.
Right,
So now is this a situation right now that the only reason he didn't choose from North Carolina
right.
is because was nobody there. So what if somebody would have been coming out of North Carolina? When he would have choose Melo?
You see what I'm saying? And
Mm.
and and that's what I'm trying to say, man. I think Michael Jordan is something like the Scrooge from Christmas, man. He needs a wake up call. No, 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 seriously. Like he needs to be put in a situation where he really looks at the mortality of his business and of his reputation as a general, as a owner, man. Because number one, he's the only black majority owner in the NBA. That's first of all, and we have the worst. And so, as a representative of our community in the ownership bracket, it's the worst team out there. It's garbage, and it's been garbage. I think they made the playoffs 3 times in 10 years. Come on, Michael. Come on, Mike. Mike need to get his head out of his behind And basically, what he needs to do is find people who know how to do the job. He might be able to inspire guys. He may be able to come in on the floor and give out tips and help guys. But like, what owner do you know other than what's your boy name in Dallas? Uh, that's all on the flow,
Yeah,
man. Like he did it
yeah,
all in the video, dancing,
yeah.
singing. You can't just do your job. You got to be all on the flow in the video with the shiny suit on, dancing. Go sit down, Michael. Your team is trash. Go get you some real players. You got Mellow Ball. Don't treat that man. Don't try to diminish the man's confidence. That's what Michael like to do. Bring you down to a level where you feel like you below him. And if you don't feel like that around him, he don't want you around. He don't want you around him.
Okay, okay. Now, so by those words, where do you see this team as of right now, where it stands? Where do you see it? We only got 72 games this year.
Okay.
So where do you see this team at the end of the season?
So I think they got a new head coach this year, right? So
Yeah.
I'm looking for the coach to see if what kind of game plan. If he comes out with a defensive strategy, because they got some length, right? They got some pretty decent sized guys. I don't think they have a 7 footer on the team, but they got Miles Bridges. I think he's like a 6'10" guy. Um,
Mhm.
they got Gordon Hayward 6'8", 6'9", Mellow Ball 6'8", 6'7", 6'8". I mean, so I think they can be a dangerous team in the East if they could put together a good program. You know what I mean? And they have a young team. They brought Gordon in to kind of be a veteran on that team. And they got Terry Rozier. I think he's a dog and a baller too. So I think with Melo, Rozier, Hayward, Miles, PJ Washington, that's a good little 5 starter. You know what I mean? And I think they can definitely do some damage. I think they'll make the playoffs though. It's only though if Michael Jordan stay out the way.
Hmm. So the coach, I heard the coach speak, man. I heard one of his press conferences. He he really liked Melo.
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
really liked Melo. So the thing is, I think that coach gonna give Melo what he want. I think the coach gonna give him. I think coach gonna give him time. I think coach gonna let him shoot the ball. I know he got to learn those plays. I know he got to get in the groove of things. But I I believe I say by the fifth game, Melo should have found a groove that works within that team. That's a young team. And the thing
Mm-hmm.
is, the one thing I do like about young teams that have good players, not sorry young teams that got good players,
Mm-hmm.
they mash in together. They mash
That's
in
true.
together. And I don't. The only problem would see on that team is the number one jersey type thing. But I can't see it being a problem as far as gameplay, but
Nah,
probably just personal
some
opinion.
bad locker room stuff.
Yeah,
It'll
yeah,
it
it's
will
personal
affect
opinion.
you. It'll affect the chemistry though. It will affect the chemistry though. But if like it's here's the thing for me. If you got a guy, I know everybody here has probably had a job. Nobody wants to have the boss standing over them while they're working.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. Nobody wants to have a guy micromanaging them. You come back to the sideline for a breather, and here's Michael Jordan all in your ear, man. Get the hell off me, bro. You see what I'm saying? I mean, and that's just the real mentality of a grown man. And then you got to
Yeah.
realize you're paying these guys millions of dollars. So at some point,
Mm.
you have to realize that they don't care as much as you think they care about what you're saying. Because at the end of the day, they're gonna do what they want to do. If what's gonna drive them is not gonna be your mouthpiece, what's gonna
Mm.
motivate them is not gonna be what you telling them is. It's not gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Insults and criticism is not going to motivate a grown man. It's not. It's just not.
So so if anything broken on the team, like say for instance, the I hate to speak the negative on anybody. Say for instance the first two games they just ain't clicking. Like it's just mismatch. Like
I don't expect them
it's
to click early. I don't expect them to click early.
I'm talking about massive. Like this right here just don't make sense. Where do we go? Because I mean I think that's the same situation we put in every team that's starting rookies. When you
Mm-hmm.
got a team, listen, if you got a team and you start in a rookie, that means that you might need some help in whatever position it is,
Mm-hmm.
because you got somebody on the bench that been there 5 years.
Thank you.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
these
So
all young guys though. They
mhm.
all young guys. That's why I think it's gonna be a little bit of a hesitation to give Melo the keys to the car, because it's not gonna be the coach. So you remember the original press conference that Mitch Kupchak had, right? About Melo's got to earn every minute and this and that and the third. Now you know that came straight from MJ. That came straight from Jordan. I mean I'm telling you, that came straight from MJ. But if
You
we
got to
going
say
to
that though.
huh?
You almost got to say that because you got people that's been on the team. It's like you
No, no,
almost
you
got to say
don't.
it.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Because Magic Johnson came right out and said, we hanging Lonzo Ball in the rafters. He is the new face of the franchise. You know what I'm saying? When you draft a guy that high up, man, that means you believe in that guy. And you don't tell him, oh, this and that and the third. And everybody know that if Melo is not starting, it's gonna be a lot of boos and whoos up in Charlotte. That's another thing. Their attendance rate is garbage. So
Yeah,
you,
man.
you had better have Melo out there on that floor. You better have your franchise guy on the floor. You know what I'm saying? You
Mhm.
had better get the guy that you drafted. That would just be a terrible mark, even if he's not that good. Just the fact that people want to see him, you can make up his whole contract that in one season just by putting him on the floor and selling
Yeah,
jerseys. You
yeah,
see what I'm saying? Because people gonna want to see
yeah.
his progression throughout the whole year. Even if they want to complain about him, they gonna want to watch the complaint. You know what I'm saying? Even the haters gonna tune in. So I mean, I would start him. You gotta start him. I just think what it is, it's a lot of young guys on the team. You know, PJ is a rookie. I mean, you know, second year guy.
Mhm. Yeah.
Miles, second or third year. And I mean, Rozier probably like 4 years in. So, and this is his only second year with Charlotte. So
Mhm.
I mean, you look at these guys, and what you're gonna see is, it's gonna always be resistance, man. You know how it is, man. When the new guy come around, you're gonna give him a little crap. You got to give him a little crap before you get to know him, before y'all build this, bond. You know what I'm saying? You got to earn a lot of. Most people don't just give people respect. Me, I give everybody respect until you do something out of line, and then we take that card away from you. But most people, they come at you with a standoffish and be ready to disrespect you unless you prove to them for some reason that they should respect you, which is kind of an odd way to perceive and to learn and become friends with people. But that's the way the young people are, man. You know what I'm saying? The younger guys, they make you, that you got to take them out to lunch and all of those stuff, man, and hang out and play the game with them. And once you do that, then once y'all done hung out and went and picked up some girls and all that, then you'll be friends. And then they'll realize, okay, Melo's probably the best player on the team. Let's let him rock out. You know what I'm saying? Let's let him run the show and let him carry us to where we need to go. But right now, as of right now, I guarantee you, every shot Melo take, they looking at him in practice. Did he miss it? Damn, he making all of them up. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
guarantee you. I guarantee you.
Okay, I got you. I got you, and I'm 100 in agreement with that. I mean, because for what they are seeing, it's like they when you get a rookie, you normally getting somebody straight out of college. They hadn't
Mm-hmm.
paid professional, somebody that you got to teach the game, teach the ISOs, the different kind of plays. Like he been doing this since 16 years old. You got a
Mm-hmm.
different breed, so he's coming in as a rookie. But you got to think about it. He got rookie of the year last year in
In
another
the
professional
NBL.
league. You see what I'm
Correct.
saying? So you
Right.
just don't have a straight from college dude coming in. Now he may act young because he act his age. I mean, he just turned 19, and he been in the major leagues for 3 years.
Already.
All right, now we on Melo. Now let's get to Leangelo.
All
We
right.
you saw the DKM.
I saw it.
Okay, okay, and like I said, I know you went back and did your research as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh,
I
uh
already knew what he was talking about before he said it. But
yeah.
see, here's my thing with DKM. I don't want me to cut y'all.
Oh, you good?
Here's my thing with DKM, man. See, they try to. I guess they just want to put out content. I'll just leave it at that. I guess they just try to keep finding different things to put content out about because we didn't need him to say all that. I didn't need him to tell me that it was an Exhibit 10 contract and that it's no more than this and that and that and this. I don't need the intricacies of it. Let's just let the man play ball, bro. at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? See, this is where I feel like there'll be them seedlings of hate. You know what I'm saying? But I won't say that DKM is hating, but this is what the haters need. They need just any little thing. Because at first he wasn't gonna make no team, remember? At first he
Right.
wasn't gonna make no team.
Right.
Then he got on the G League where they say he trying out for the G League, and everybody was hating on that. He ain't gonna
Right.
make the team. Okay, then he got signed to the G League. He ain't gonna get in the game. Why didn't he get in? Then the whole pandemic happened. Come back. Everybody, see, he ain't gonna never play. He ain't gonna never play. Then he gets signed to Detroit. See, it ain't even a real deal. It's like it's not a guarantee. I mean, come on, man. Let the man live. Let him
Yeah.
live. Let him at
Yeah.
least get out here and give his fair. You know what I mean? Let him swing his bat and try to hit
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying, man. When we was on AB joint. Like, you gotta take in consideration. It's not easy to get in the G League. You got to be an exceptional player to be
Mhm.
noticed to get in the G League. Undrafted. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You got to be exceptional. Now, they seen something in him to get him in the G League. They had nothing to do with LeVar talking on no microphone in front of no camera. Now,
Not at
he
all.
didn't he didn't play one game in the G League. He didn't
Come
play
on, man.
one game. But yet,
Come on.
got even if it was a contract for one day, he
Right.
got it. That
He
means
got
that they see some him. Like JJ. I
it.
know JJ. They love him in Detroit. He the
That don't
king
got
down
nothing to
there.
do with it, man. Listen, them
JJ
folks
can't
who
get
own the Detroit Pistons ain't studying what JJ talking about. He might
no.
can get he might can get J he might they might can walk he might can walk Leangelo into the facility. That's about it.
Mhm. Yeah.
And get somebody that he can might can say, hey man, this guy
Take
right here is a good player and take a look at him.
take.
But
That's what I
he
would say.
can't
Take a look at him.
yeah, he can't influence anybody to give him a job
Yeah.
where you gotta cut some hundreds of thousands of dollars for a man. Come on,
Yeah.
bro.
And the thing is, even the contract, like what DKM did, I didn't necessarily have a problem. I didn't have a problem with it. It just it put more insight on the contract. But my thing is like, well, me personally, I'm still basking in the glory of the point that he actually made it to that point to even be looked at in the NBA. Now, anybody that's in the NBA, I don't care if the last person on the bench, you had to fight for that.
Right.
You had to fight for that.
You had to fight
So
for it, man.
you see what I'm saying? So I
Right.
put I put it in this situation right here. The fact that he went overseas, played professional basketball. He went with the JBA,
Right.
murdered in the JBA, which they say they don't count, and it kind of sucked because that's actually that's a legal professional league.
It
And
was.
then yeah, and then he go to the blue and get on a practice team, and almost 2 weeks later, he's on the team. He got to be doing something exceptional. So me seeing him being getting a deal, I don't care if it's a 1 day deal, getting a
Right.
deal to play professional, to get a chance
To get an
to get on
opportunity
the
to be a
team.
pro. Right.
And I know me and you was talking about this. I forgot where we was talking about it. But I know we was talking. I was telling you about hoop jogging. Like
Right.
he was saying that how he is, and he I can play ball. He said I can play ball. I know, but I couldn't play in the NBA. He said I wasn't good enough to make the NBA. And not and I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never seen him play. But based on his mentality, I believe he could have played in the NBA. Just the mentality. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen him play a game. But
Right.
to have the mind to even say that out loud and playing professional ball overseas,
They let you
man,
know.
they let you know that the
How
NBA ain't
hard
no
it is.
joke, man. It's
It's
not
not,
easy.
man. It's
You
not,
can't talk
man.
nobody into no team.
I mean, and especially the type of money they having to get these guys. Because let's just say Jello gets a guaranteed contract. You know what I'm saying? On a minimum salary, that's a million and some dollars a year. You know what I mean? I mean, for somebody to give you $1 million, bro, to sit on the bench, they must believe that if somebody goes down or gets hurt, you're still gonna be able to come in and produce $1 million worth of talent. So for me, I felt like the video DKM was a bit thirsty. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I gotta correct him on something else too. He said that the G3 logo was trademarked under Born the Ball. That's not a fact. That is incorrect. Number one, Zoe or Jello don't own the logo. It's still owned by the Big Baller brand. That's number one. It's already been trademarked. Can't trademark something twice. The name Jello, Gelo, has been trademarked by that company, and Leangelo Ball, but not the G3 logo. So like I said, a lot of times they just be digging and they be looking. DKM them they cool and everything, but what's going on? They want to get views, man. So a lot of times they kind of push the envelope and they go into a space where you start being thirsty and you start just putting stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of that stuff we didn't need to hear. Like a lot of that stuff we don't need to hear. That's why I give you meat. I don't give you fat. The fat tastes good though. It got a little salt on it. You know what I'm saying? It got some seasoning on it. You know what I'm saying? But you can't chew. You can't swallow it. You got to spit the fat back out. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't knock what they be doing. One way or the other. You got one guy he might go crazy with love, and then you got the other guy who just kind of thirst trapping. And it's okay. It's okay. Everybody can do what they want to do, but at the end of the day, me and you, and we're gonna play it in the middle. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be straight down the line because that's how you get to the finish line fast. When you go all the way over here and you come back and you're over here and you're all over there, it's gonna take you a long time, man, the circle of life to get to the end of the road. You know
I
what I mean?
got you. I got you. I got you. So we're gonna get back on Melo.
Okay.
So I see you wearing Puma right now, right?
Only reason I ain't had no Puma in years, bro. No cap.
I see you wearing Puma.
He
So
put
so when Melo, uh, say for instance, there's some random grace of God that he gets rookie of the year or make an all star team, something like
hmm
that.
right.
What merchandise you buying, man? You buying the BBB or you buying the Puma?
It's gonna be a tough call for me right now, man. I might not buy anything. I've been contemplating it. The only thing I probably will buy is some NBA merch with the ball information on it.
Mm,
Because number one, when you look at what Puma rolled out, it was nothing to say the least. You know what I'm saying? Like
mm,
that's just me being nice. It was
yeah.
it wasn't good. It wasn't a good release. And then when you look at La France, not a great release. It wasn't anything that I care about. And obviously these companies don't care about them either because you haven't seen Puma put out anymore. Like even like let's just say this shirt here. If I wanted to promote this shirt, I wouldn't just put it on the internet one time and then leave it alone and hope that you would go buy it. I would promote
Mm,
this shirt multiple times. I would show it in different lights. I would show it in different ways, put it on different people, show it in different settings, and promote that, right? But as you look at the La France and you look at Puma, they had one little day where they put out some information, and then basically it's just been sitting on the shelf since then. And it's basically because it's only
mm,
t-shirts and hoodies. This is the stuff that you can press up with a cricket at your own house. You know what I mean? So it's nothing extravagant. It's nothing worth a man of my own ilk to go out and try to. I'm not going to go out and purchase any of it. I'm gonna be honest with you.
mm,
I've been looking at some old school BBB stuff that they have on eBay that's still new that people are selling, which I think is highly undervalued. That I think the value of it will go up over the season because people are going to revert back to Big Baller Brand because it's always going to be connected to Lonzo, Melo, Leangelo, always.
mm. So I was thinking about that too, and with the Big Baller brand, while Lonzo got his own brand now.
Apollo
Um,
Bay.
yeah, Apollo Zoe, and you see, the other ball boy, he with Puma with his own brand. Like, is is Big Baller brand still selling ZO2?
Yeah. They actually have a Jello collab coming out. They still selling ZO2s. That's in spite of though. You know why? Because they overstocked. They overstocked, man. They're not selling the stuff. I mean, you have to sell it. It's just sitting on the shelf collecting dust. I would be trying to sell it too. But at the end of the day, you don't have an endorsee. You don't have the individual that actually his name is under. That's just like when Nike kept the claw, and nobody's buying those claws.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? People buying more of them orthopedic shoes that he wearing over there at New Balance than they buying
yeah.
of the original cloth stuff that he had when he was with Nike
See,
because
that's a
they kept his logo.
but that's another thing, man. I put in. It's like I wanted to buy the Zoe shoes, right? The second model of them,
The remix.
but the season,
Mhm.
yeah, but the season started. And he's wearing Nikes, and he wearing Nikes all season. Why am I wearing a shoe that he
That you
won't wear?
won't wear.
But now I got to take into consideration like it's a minority shoe company. You see what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Because that's all I wear. It's minority brands. So it's like, do I still buy it to promote the company, even though the player's not wearing
Hell
it?
no. Hell no.
See
You
that?
don't promote nothing. Listen to me, Fahara. It's good to support your people, but you still have to put yourself first. You're a minority consumer as well. And so when you go out in here in the marketplace, if this stuff is not, because okay, so let's look at the whole concept behind having a basketball shoe. People correlate that shoe with the performance of the athlete. People only buy that shoe because they assimilate that this is me. This is I'm similar to this. I relate with this. This is what my game reflects. This can help the performance of my game, even if it doesn't. That's how they correlate. And like you said, number one, Zoe wasn't playing well, so him wearing the shoe wasn't going to boost the sales of the shoe. That's number one, because that's the reason why they normally don't give guys shoe deals until maybe it's very few guys that have shoe deals coming in, except for maybe like a LeBron or a Zion's, guys like that who have this humongous hype, and it's just beyond, you know what I mean.
Mhm.
So number one, you have to prove yourself first. That's most people. And then number two, like you said, it's a minority brand. We want to support the minority brands, and I want to help. To me, it's not even about minority brands. Of course, I do support minority brands, but I like all startups and small businesses. I love to see young entrepreneurs of all races. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But if you don't have a quality product, you know what I'm saying? If you don't have a value proposition that's going to identify with me, you know what I'm saying? Then though if you don't have those things, then there's no purpose for me. And I don't care who you are. You can be my mama. You know what I'm saying? Like if them cookies ain't good, mama, I ain't buying them.
Hey, so this okay now. So this me right here. They got the G3s up right now, and they got the
Mhm.
GO2s.
Right.
And I said it one of the times we talked is that it would be dope if Zoe started his own brand, but still wear
Water
the
shoes.
ZO2s like that. And I think that's what I would want to happen with them. Like, have your own brand, but still wear these shoes. Now,
That's a
me
great idea.
segue, yeah, like me segue out of that. Do Big Baller Brand just make Big Baller Brand shoes that's not connected to the boys? See,
I
that's
think they need
that's
to move
that's
away
where
from
I'm at.
shoes. I think they need to move away from shoes. I think
Nah,
they
they
need
not.
to get more into accessories and apparel. Because you don't have a performance player. You don't have somebody that is that can actually promote the shoe in a positive way. And you know what I mean? And shoes are one of the most expensive garments to produce. You know what I mean? Especially when we talking a quality shoe and a performance shoe. It's okay. We could produce walking shoes and fashion based shoes. You know what I mean? But when we start talking about something that's gonna take a pounding, you know what I mean, on a regular basis, then yeah, it's gonna be a whole different lane. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I think he should move away from the shoe game unless the boys are gonna promote it and they're gonna be wearing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm getting at because I say for instance, just
Baby,
the
turn that
best.
heat down. I'm cooking here, baby.
Say for instance, Jello come and have an exceptional season. He's wearing G3s his first game. Say for instance, he come in and have an exceptional season coming off the bench. He's wearing Big Baller Brand shoes. So now you put yourself in a situation. Love you, sis. Save it, and you having a situation now that you got a credible player wearing the
Hmm.
shoe. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So that's where I'm at. And they come back out with the house shoes, which I got to get some more of those, man. That's the most comfortable thing I
The
ever
slippers,
felt.
right?
That's the most comfortable thing I ever felt on my feet,
I
man.
just
Like
didn't want to spend 250 on no flip flops because I don't
I
know when in the house.
listen. What's crazy about them? Like they like tennis shoes. You gotta wear them. You gotta wear them and kind of understand.
I
But
saw 'em, but me, bruh, I'm from the hood. We can't get caught outside no flip flops. I mean, if a bulldog come out, what I'm gonna do if a bulldog get after my ass? What I'm gonna do, bruh?
hey,
What,
you gonna get out. You gonna get up buying them $200
exactly.
slippers.
I got my track shoes on, dog, already. You know what I'm saying? Or what if you get into a scuffle, bruh? What if you get into a scuffle with them things on? You
Oh,
gonna get mopped up out there. You gonna get yourself mopped up out there.
that,
That's the
see,
only reason I didn't get me up here, man.
well, that saying something about us, man. We got to figure out a way to get away from that type,
No, I'm
that
not
type
saying.
of.
I'm not saying. I'm saying that's just my mentality.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
I
I
got
still
you, I
live
got
in the hood,
you. Yeah, I'm
but what
just
I'm
saying.
saying is that's just how I am. I like when I walk my wife to the car every morning. I don't wear my house shoes, bro, because I don't know what's jumping out. That defeat the whole purpose of me walking them to the car because I
Mm-hmm.
can't protect them in no damn house shoes. What am I
Yeah.
gonna do if somebody
so
come out the woodwork?
so like I said, I got them, but I ain't paid the strength for them. But so my thing is, yeah, I think that with Big Baller Brand, if they come out with a credible streetwear brand, they come out with
Mm-hmm.
credible everyday shoes. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna stay in the shoe game, like even if LaMelo have, I mean, even if LiAngelo have an exceptional season, like
Mm-hmm.
let's keep those shoes going. Let's keep that going. Now we got a credible basketball player. And he's thinking about signing other people in the future. And he even telling out loud what your contract gonna be and how we gonna work together and do
Right.
business. So me getting to that, I got to get to what I sent you on Instagram of the new Big
Woo!
Baller Brand shoes. I can't go. We hadn't talked about it yet, so this fresh and new to my people. And
Okay.
I want y'all to know, man. Sports. I'm gonna re-say this again for people that's tuning in now. Sports Inside Angle is a great person, a great sports personality, and he's very credible to be talking about these things with me. So if you hadn't already, y'all make sure y'all look him up on all social media. Make sure you follow him on YouTube. Everything he got. So
Appreciate that.
ain't no problem, no problem, bro. Now we see Big Baller Brand got over with this girl. I looked her up. She's freaking phenomenal. Her shoes cost crazy money when
Yeah.
she redo shoes.
Kitty
She
Lenore. Kitty
yeah
Lenore.
okay, and she now has redone special edition Big Baller Brand ZO2s and
Two ring.
G3s. $2,000. Now, if I was a millionaire, do I still buy these shoes? I
Nope.
don't know, man. I don't
Kitty
know.
Lenore ain't nobody. Kitty Lenore ain't nobody. I'm just saying in general for me to be buying the shoes. I'm not saying she's a nobody, but what I'm saying is what kind of over time, do I buy the shoes because I like them? I mean, okay, so we're talking these shoes are on pace with Margielas, red bottom shoes, Seraphins, you know what I'm saying? So like, okay, so now, am I gonna spend 2 grand on a pair of Kitty Lenore ZO2 remixes from the year of 2019? And he doesn't even wear the shoes, so they're not gonna age well. They're not going to grab any kind of value. Then the colors are kind of offset. So what kind of ice cream cone outfit would I have to put on to wear with it? I don't wear those colors, all those,
I don't
you
either. I
know,
don't either.
I'm not wearing a whole lot of pinks and pastels. So that's not gonna really fit with my repertoire anyway.
It's like a shoe that you put in your collection. I don't think that's a shoe that you necessarily wear.
For what
Now,
though?
but
For what
I,
though? For hard? Why would you put that in
I
your collection?
I'm just saying to somebody like I buy and sell shoes. So it's like
Yeah,
I can't see me buying those for $800 to get my money back right now. I can't see it.
that's
Um,
what I was about to say. Could you sell them? I mean, what
no,
could you do?
you can't sell them.
Right.
This the problem I have with it. If the shoe was $1,000, we'll still be having this conversation. That's $1,000 a shoe. So I would say if you bring out your brand and make $500 shoes and it didn't work, then you drop the shoes down to less than $200 and it's semi working because people want to support you, but they couldn't do it at the time. That shoe, if you gonna ever sell a shoe for $500, a
Hmm.
custom shoe, I think that's the shoe that should have been $400 or $500, not 2000.
Do you understand how long, how much, how hard it is for Jordan to sell a $500 pair of Jordans as
Yeah,
the greatest GOAT athlete basketball player of all time? Come on,
even the
man.
Yeezys, even the Yeezys, bro.
Come on, man. Even some Yeezys. That's what I'm trying to say. And these guys are billionaires with what they doing. So it's like they reaching, man. But see, this is when you have the hands of the business in the hand of a guy who don't understand business. This is the very reason why all those boys have basically progressively walked away from the big baller brand, and they still want to be in business for themselves, obviously, because they're stepping
Yeah,
out and creating brands on their own, but they just don't want to do business with dad because dad is not a businessman. Dad is a marketing guy. Dad is a big mouth. Dad is a father. That's the lane I think he should focus on. If I was him, if he was a smart father, what he would have done was after all that blowover and everything, I would have said, you know what? Here, man, y'all have it. I don't even want it no more. Y'all take over.
mm,
Just throw me a little something on the back end. Y'all take over this thing. Y'all run this company, pioneer it to the next level. Y'all show me what we need to do. Instead of me telling you,
mm,
this mine, this mine, this my company. You see what I'm saying? When
mm,
Lonzo telling you, man, would you think about changing the name? He coming at you with some reasonable options to try
yeah.
to find a way to make this thing work. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm,
you telling him this mine. It ain't gonna do this unless I do it. You know what I'm saying? And I get
yeah.
it. It's triple B's. You got three sons, and it's a representative of them. And I understand it, and I respect that totally. But at the end of the day, if you don't know what you're doing, you have to hand it off to someone who does.
See, and I think that's what's happening with I know, like I said, you know so much more of the situation in the courts and stuff, and old boy still having getting a nice size profit of the big baller brand. I think I honestly think that LeVar Ball is getting to a point where he's gonna segue out of the no, still have the big baller brand, but segue out of it to the Apollo Zoe brand because he could like like,
Zoe
now,
ain't gonna let him get in on that.
no.
Zoe ain't gonna let him get on that.
I ain't saying getting in on it financially. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about getting on it is like let's build this over here and
Too much
I,
pride. Too
hmm,
much pride. I don't see it. I remember when Melo didn't even want to come to the pop up shop. He told that man, "You ain't even got to talk to me ever again."
yeah.
Now think about that. You telling your son that because he didn't want to come to your BS pop up shop. You see what I'm saying? See, here's the thing, man, and I don't mean to harp on LeVar, but you know the man flawed, man. He's a flawed individual, and he got some good qualities as well. You know what I'm saying, especially on the fatherhood end. But when you start talking about how to relate and communicate with people, how to he's got that same Michael Jordan brain. He's got a Michael Jordan brain where I'm right about everything. Nobody's wrong about it. Everybody else is wrong. You can't tell me anything. I know everything. Me and Einstein grew up together. You know what I'm saying? Me and Nikola Tesla built the Hadron Collider. I mean, like, look, bro, look, listen, man. You know, but see, what a lot of people don't know is, see, I know what LeVar got going on. Just like the last episode, right? Did you see the last episode of Ball in the Family?
Yeah, I
When,
seen
you remember he was talking to that dude, Steve? That's another little flunky, the dude who was doing the yard and
it.
stuff. Man,
Yeah.
if I told you the story about that dude, I'll tell you off camera because we don't want to
Eh,
degrade nobody's character. But
let's do
because it's some real funky town stuff. But as I was saying, man, he like to keep a lot of flunkies around. Let's just put it that way.
it.
A lot of people who are just going to let LeVar be LeVar. Nobody who's going to challenge him. Nobody who's going to say, no, you're wrong, bro. You're not
Yeah.
right. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like all his brothers, they still live at home with their mama. Like Big Boy, Lavelle, and all them, they stay at home with their mama. So they can't challenge LeVar. You know what I'm saying? Big Yank, he's an old head. His daddy, you know what I'm saying? He don't know nothing. He old school. So he ain't gonna challenge LeVar. His wife, she's not gonna challenge him. The boys, they got respect for him, so they not gonna challenge him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So LeVar is
Yeah.
basically like Michael Jordan in the world. He just walking around doing what he wants to do. People, most of the people around him are gonna say yes, LeVar, yes, LeVar,
Mm.
whatever you want, LeVar, because he's cutting the checks too now. You did what
Mm.
I'm saying. He's been put
Yeah.
in a upper echelon of financial, having more finances than the average people that he's dealing with on a day to day basis as well. And those people allow that to help make those decisions for them. Whether I'm gonna tell LeVar to shut the f up or yes, LeVar. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Because
Okay.
he's the man with the master plan as
I
far as
got
what
you.
they're saying with the money. You know how it
I
goes.
I got you. I got you. I got you. And I don't want to keep you too much longer, man. But I do got a few more. I got a few more
You
questions I
good?
want to talk about.
You good, bro?
Man, man, are you going to get the G3s?
I'm not buying. I'm not buying nothing else from Big Baller Brand unless it's some old merch.
That's
Unless it's
old
old.
merch. That's
Yeah,
old merch.
I know. Well, I might buy some G3s, but probably not unless he wearing them. If I see G3 wearing them, if I see him on the court with
I'm
them
glad you said
G3s
that.
on, then I'm getting them. If I
Yeah.
see him with them on, you see
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
See, that's exactly what I was going to say.
And this how we know that LeVar ain't right, man. That he's just not right. Cause G3 is the only one that's still down, right? That's still been with the brand. And then you're gonna put out some ZO2 Kitty Lenores. Why not the G3s?
He put out some G3s?
I'm talking about Kitty Lenores though. I'm saying like
He did.
the custom ones.
Yeah. G3
Oh,
got a
I didn't
pair.
see them. All I
Yeah.
saw was the ZO2s.
Yeah,
Or what?
G3. He got a pair.
Oh, okay. Well then hell, more power to you. My bad. I was wrong on that, LeVar. My bad. I'm wrong on that. But
The first one is the
so
G3.
oh, I looked. I thought all of them was the. I thought both of them was the same shoe. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
those are G3s.
okay. Gotcha. They both ugly, but yeah. I mean, not ugly as far as the shoe, but the colors and
The
stuff is
color.
not for me. It's
All
just I
right.
won't say ugly. It's just not for me.
Okay. I completely understand. That's where I was going with. I'm going to wait to buy the shoe until I see him wear it. Like
Right.
that's my thing. It's like I want to if I'm going to spend my money, I want to spend my money on something that they're actually doing. So it's like it's hard for me to wear all the big baller brand stuff, but when I see Jello all the time, he ain't necessarily got them on all the time. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the
So
children. If the children don't care about it, I mean, your own. You don't care about your own. It's a representation of you. Every beat on there represents one of these guys. So if you're not gonna represent it, what makes you think I'm about to sponsor it and pay your daddy? You think I'm gonna
yeah,
pay your daddy? I'm
yeah,
only doing it because I'm supporting these guys. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
I can care less what LeVar got going on. You know what
yeah.
I mean? LeVar just they dad. I don't care what LeVar's doing. So for
Mm.
me, it's like if they're not gonna wear the gear, and you got Zoe, he's starting his own brand, which I probably see. Here's the thing: people don't understand. You can't produce streetwear if you're not from the streets. You
Mm.
can't. That's why it's called streetwear. It started off as skateboard clothing, and that was a whole nother lane because they were skateboarders.
Yeah.
So when the African American community, the urban community started venturing off into their lane, they let that go and gave it to us, and we created streetwear, not skateboard wear, right? And
Mm.
so when you put out streetwear and urban clothing, you have to be urban. If you're not urban, you're Chino Hills, you're not street. You can't put out streetwear because number
Lamar from
one,
Compton, though.
listen, far removed. And his daddy was a 25-year cop. So he was on the outskirts. He wasn't living in the bricks. So people love to try to over exaggerate themselves to make themselves look hard. You know what I'm saying? I come from Compton. Now your daddy was a big time police out there. Y'all was on the outskirts of it. Don't
uh,
y'all wasn't known Slauson. Get out of here. But at the end of the day, man, that's neither here nor there. But what I'm saying about streetwear is you have to have cred. If you don't have
mm.
street credibility, you can't put out streetwear because think about it. it's not about what you're putting on the garments. It's about the type of garments that you're putting out. So when you put out
Mm,
hoodies, t-shirts, ball caps, sneakers, things that are urban, right? Those people who are going to buy those things are going to be from those urban communities. So when they
mm,
pivot and look to find out who are the people behind these items that I'm particularly may want to purchase, and they see you living in a swimming pool mansion on estates, they're gonna throw it in. They're gonna say, "Moving on."
okay.
You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? Because they want to buy stuff from people that relates to them. And hoodies, t-shirts, and sneakers, socks, ball caps, beanies, that's relevant to the urban community. Now, when you start putting out button ups and you put out cargo pants, uh, things of that nature, now you can have a brand that reaches out to a community, and when they look back at it, like let's just say when you put out a Gap, that's fine. You can disagree, but your name is the hater, so we don't know. I don't know, but that's fine. Yeah, but here's the thing: when you look at brands like H&M, or if you look at brands like Gap and things like that, those people that own those companies and that started those companies from small little factories and things, those people come from those communities, bro, where contemporary clothing and stuff is of what they wear on a regular basis. That's the reason why they were able to grow their companies and become these billion-dollar businesses, because they have the credibility within their community. You see what I'm saying? So when you put out streetwear, you gotta be street. If you're not street, then you need to be putting out something else. You need to be putting out more. That's why when I look at LaMelo Ball, I don't see him as a hoodie wearing guy. You know what I mean? Like I wish Big Baller Brand had to come out as an apparel brand, whereas they would have had like those wicking type jumpsuits, things of
Like,
that nature, apparel suits. You know the old
yeah, yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? That type of stuff with zippers and you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature, man, that would have been more befitting for an athlete versus trying to appeal to a hip hop, more urban community because they don't relate. They don't go together.
Well,
Three
I
little light skinned boys with a white mama from Chino Hills don't relate with the hood.
I put it like this, man. I think the brand was based off of basketball, not necessarily the streets.
But
Because I'm looking at, when I look at the apparel, I look at basketball shorts. I look at t-shirts. I
they
look
had
at hoodies.
basketball shorts. They
Yeah,
had
and
t-shirts.
socks and basketball shoes.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily see it being uh aimed toward the hood. You know what I'm saying? I think it was aimed toward basketball.
But when
So
you aim your gun, you gotta have the right bullets in it. That's what I'm trying to say. They wanted to reach out to the basketball community, but even when you look at basketball, now when those boys come out with hoodies on, they zip all the way up to your face, and it's a sleeker, more fitted type of gear. It's more of a premium athletic style. It's not like this. It's not like even like this. It's you see how it's cut. It's a neck fit. It's cut slim around the edges. You see how these, like, look at this shirt. This wouldn't be considered. This is more like of a sports soccer type shirt. The collaring. You see how they did it to give it a more of like an apparel feel. Now if they would have just took this white t-shirt and just put a big old word Puma on the front, that would have been a more of a streetwear type of get off. But I guarantee you, they don't put this shirt in the malls in the hood. This shirt is in a mall or somewhere else. They put the one with the big print in the communities where people can purchase it. And the price points match. This shirt right here will cost more than the shirt that you'll see with the regular Puma on it. You dig what I'm saying? Cat got your tongue. You done froze up over there?
okay, you got me.
Oh.
Okay. The reason why I'm having this conversation with you, bro, because you're credible
Hmm.
to the situation. Like you have
Hmm.
insight on the Ball family. You actually know what's going on. That's
Right.
that's 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 why I'm having the conversation with you, because
What's up?
it's like I'm just not talking to somebody that there's no
Oh no, we
clothes. You
ain't
know what I'm
just
saying?
talking. And plus, I had my own clothing store, bro. I had my own boutique. You know what I'm saying? Here in Atlanta.
Mm, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get back to Melo. Before we go,
Okay.
Melo. When we see the Puma advertisement and
All
we
right.
see all of this going on, where do you think Melo head is in this whole thing? Do you think like he excited, or he look at the Puma situation like, man, I wish they would have did a little more? Cause LeVar did more than what Puma doing right now.
So when I look at Melo, I think so when you look at his structure right around him, so he's got JJ as far as his basketball structure, and then you look, he's got LeVar and his mother and his brothers as far as his personal structure. But when you step into the business arena, he has nobody. And so what that leads me to believe is he's kind of like all over the place. And he just doesn't really know where to go with it. And of course you're gonna sign with Puma because you with Rock Nation, right? And of
Mm,
course Rock Nation only signed you most likely so that they could get you a deal with Puma. Jay-Z is not an idiot. He wants to get in
mm,
your pockets. He wants to get in your pockets. So therefore, he doesn't care what kind of deal you get. He just wants to get you signed because as soon as you sign to Rock Nation, he gets a check. As soon as you sign to Puma, he gets a check. Without no matter whether you perform well or not. If he calls the CEO of Puma right now and say, "Hey, if you cut me a check for 50 million, I guarantee you I got you Mellow Ball before the end of the year. Go on and send that check over here.
I got
I won't cash it. I won't cash it until he signed on the dotted line, but I want that check cut right now."
you. Yeah,
And they're gonna you got them about, oh, you got them bent over the table. They're gonna do it. So when you ask me about it, how does he feel? I think he just doesn't know because think
mm.
about it. You leave your company with Big Baller Brand, and then you get with a huge corporate company, as DKM calls it, Puma, and
Puma.
Puma. You get with this huge corporate company, and then they basically play you. Cause
Mm,
like it's like the pimp, man. You know, he buy you a dress and then kick you out the house and make you come back with the money. You know what I'm saying? So they haven't done anything for him. If you really ask yourself, do they believe in me? Like, do you believe in me? If I believe in you, I'm gonna do things that make you believe that show you that I believe in you. If you believe in your child and they're out there doing something, let's just say if your child is playing sports or something, you tell them, I believe in you, but you never come to their games, you never support their activities, then what would that lead them to believe? So if you, it's the same way in business, man. If somebody tells you, hey man, I want to sign you to a deal, we believe in you, we're gonna give you a private jet, we're gonna fly you up and down the coast. You can do whatever you want to do, but at the end of the day, when it comes down to us doing the business after I sign my paperwork, you sitting on your hands. And I've
right.
seen it a lot of times, even like in the music world, where guys will sign with this huge artist, and you'll be like, man, oh, he with Buddy now. He about to go crazy. And
Yeah.
then next thing you know, he just sitting around. Oh, you see him in the back of the video. You just see him in the back of the video, and he never really puts out anything. And then when years later, when you talk to him and you ask him what happened, they say, "Man, the dude just really wasn't feeling me. He didn't really push me." Yeah, and you know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. They just brought out a Cal Kuzma
Yeah, I
Clyde,
seen that.
and that shoe looks like
That's
something out of a
ugly.
trash can. And But here's the thing: LaMelo Ball is a way bigger commodity than a Kyle Kuzma, and you guys haven't even thought about producing a shoe for this kid yet. And the
This the
season
thing.
starts this year. I mean, it starts, in a month,
Yeah.
in
This
a few weeks.
this the thing I gotta say about that. Even though Kyle Kuzma didn't contribute a whole lot to the championship, he's the only championship player that they have with that company
Oh, they
that
got
has a
Danny
championship.
Green. They
Well,
got Danny
oh yeah, they
Green.
got do got Danny Green. I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
They got he been on there before Kyle Kuzma. He been a
Yeah,
champ.
you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
They
I
just
forgot
don't
about
know how
Danny
to
Green.
handle athletes, bro.
Yeah.
They don't know how to handle athletes. See, you got to remember, man. This, Puma comes from way back in the day. They were in track. They were. They
Yeah.
were. That's where they started at. That's where the Puma comes from. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? They were
Mhm.
into track and field. And that's where the track suits come from. That's their biggest product ever that they sold. That track suit came out in 1968. You see what I'm saying? They've been
Mm,
selling that tracksuit since 1968, bro. And that's where their credibility and, the longevity comes from, really over in the track and field space. Okay.
mm,
So when you look at the basketball side of it, they really haven't had anybody that was worthwhile other than Melo now, as an athlete that is signed to Puma. So I don't think they really know what to do. I don't think they
yeah,
really know what to do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because me personally, I think that Melo should have a shoe before the season. You gotta take consideration. LaMelo Ball has more. He got more followers than the whole organization on
Thank you.
Instagram, on
On
Twitter,
every
on
platform.
every platform. He has more followers than the whole organization. Now that says something about a player. Like why this player don't have a, you know what I'm saying? Don't I hate talking about the jogging suits. Oh yeah, and breakdancing all day.
Hello.
hey,
That's true.
hey, that's
That's
true. That's
true.
true. That's
No,
true.
that's
That's
true
true.
though.
But this the thing, like he's a bigger celebrity than a whole the whole organization.
Right.
Why Puma not capitalizing on it? You got the biggest
They don't
star,
know how to.
even
They
even though
don't
he
know how
wasn't number, even though he wasn't number one, he was the biggest star in the draft.
to.
You see what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So
Of
that's,
course.
but you got
We
I
haven't
take
heard anything about anybody else since the draft. We haven't
yeah
heard about Anthony Edwards. We haven't heard about Obi Toppin. We haven't heard about Wiseman. Nobody. Everything's been hush hush. Everything on LaMelo Ball.
yeah, and this another thing, man. Lamelo number three in the draft, right? He
Mm-hmm.
he's bigger than he's bigger than any basketball player ever entering the NBA as far as following.
His
No,
brother, maybe. I mean,
he got
I'm
more
with
followers
you.
than his brother.
Then Zoe?
Yeah, I think he got more followers than Zoe.
No, Zoe got about 9 million followers, man.
You serious?
Yes, sir. Zoe off the chain now. Even though he ain't been playing it well. Zoe big bro. Zoe
Okay.
big bro.
Well,
I think Melo got
so
5.6 million and
yeah, he
Zoe
got
got
it
about
five. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
So
Come on.
as far as the organization, far as Puma, far as the following, I believe if he was with Big Baller Brand and all this, they would have blew this thing up.
They would have
Big
already
Baller
been
Brand.
billionaires, man. They would have been billionaires at this point. If they all would have stayed home and you have three brothers all in the NBA with an apparel company that was, I know at the height of what they was doing, they was generating around $7 to $10 million in sales. That was just at the very beginning. You know what I'm saying? With that high price stuff. So by now, with the solidification of Lonzo Ball, Leangelo, LaMelo in the league, and then being able to take that company public and trade it on the stock market like Under Armour, Nike, all these other companies, they would have came out with $1 billion valuation off the rip. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think the real thing is Puma, number one, I know they're not really making any money, period. Like on those shoes and all that other stuff that they selling. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure they're not really making any money. And the type of money that you have to risk is somewhere around $100 million in order to produce a whole LaMelo Ball line. And I don't think they see it's kind of like that 1 foot in, 1 foot out type of thing where you want to believe in a guy, so you sign him to a deal, but what you're doing is really locking him in so that if he does blow up, no one else can take advantage of it but you. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't want to risk the upfront $100 million that it's going to take for you to really, really push this guy to put together an apparel line and shoes and market that thing. You know what I mean? It's going to take a lot of money. And right now, Puma is not really making any money because they don't have anything that's really doing mega sales. You know what I mean? And so shoe production and clothing production is already a big risk anyway with low margins. You know what I'm
But
saying? And
but
especially with the tariffs that have been put out in China.
yeah, but that's the thing, man. Like knowing who it is,
Mm-hmm.
and you got one of the top prospects. It's like man,
They not knowing though. They
it's
not
like,
knowing.
man, I'm willing to throw it all. I'm willing to throw it all in to get this boy a pair of shoes. Like they could do what the
Here's the
big baller
deal though.
brand did. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like let's get something that's
no,
already kind of
they
what's so we
they
already
can't
got.
they can't do that. That's the thing. They can't do that. They Here's the thing. Their reputation is staked on it. You know what I mean? I understand what the big baller brand was doing. That's a startup company, so I can see them taking the mold because you know how much it cost. It cost $20,000 for one mold of a shoe for one
Dude.
size for each size, dog. And so
Yes,
if you
dog.
want to do a full size run, we talking about $1 million just on a size one mold.
One
You see,
color.
one colorway, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to say. So you looking at 100 million off the rip. And if you're a company that's barely generating $100 million a year,
I
you see
got
what
you.
I'm
I
saying?
got you. I got you. I got you. Well, we gonna go again because I gotta get off here and we gotta get off here. But this is the reason why we had this conversation. Mellow Ball jersey. He's wearing number 2 as of right now. Now
Yep.
let's now let's recap. Let's recap on your thoughts about him
Okay.
wearing the number 2 and getting the number 2 number, getting the number
Right.
1, hopefully getting it back. What would it take for him to get that number 1 jersey to go with everything that Puma built around him? He built around himself with his LaFrance brand. What would it take for
Mm-hmm.
him to get that number 1 back?
Recap. Malik Monk, give up that darn jersey, man. It's really going to take a situation where he's going to have to earn it. And I'll say it just kind of as a recap. If you want to know exactly how we felt about it, go back and watch the whole thing. But yeah, I feel like he just needs to work hard, man, and he'll earn it. He'll get it. He'll
Yeah,
get it one
yeah.
way or the other.
Yeah, I was thinking that he'll have it back before the first game, like the first game, not the preseason game, but the first game. But it's like I'm looking
I
at him
doubt
in
it.
practice with that number 2 jersey, and I'm like,
It
gosh,
ain't
man,
coming. It
I,
ain't coming.
I thought Malik was gonna do it, man. But
Malik a
sports,
hater.
yeah, bro. But sports inside angle, man. I really appreciate you, man. You've been rocking with me ever since I've been on the scene. And the thing is, man, I want everybody to go check him out on all social media platforms. Sports Inside Angle. When I tell you this dude actually got the inside of he hey, he just got a phone number the other day, man, that hit him up. And I'm like, man, we need to capitalize on this,
We
man.
all in. We in there. You know, we in there like swimwear. Hey, what you
I,
say, Jason?
you
Monk
said
got to get traded. That's a
that's what
fact.
I said. That we said go back and watch the beginning of the video because that's why I was saying that I said Monk is probably going to end up getting traded by the trade deadline. If not before the season, by the trade
Right.
deadline the second half of the season. So if y'all just tuning in right now, y'all go back and check the beginning of the video out. I know it's kind of long, but I appreciate y'all tuning in and sticking with me.
Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Appreciate you for horror. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Check my boy for horror vision out, man. IBD Press. This man is crazy, man. This man is dope, man. Check him out on all platforms.
Hey, give them all your platforms, man. Give them all your platforms before we
Okay,
leave.
so I'm Sports Inside Angle on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and then I also have All Ball News that's just dedicated, strictly to talking about ball news. That's on Instagram for sure, and I'm on YouTube as well. Sports Inside Angle, man, check me out.
Okay. If y'all don't know who I am, I'm Fahari of Vision. Please go to everything. Just type in Fahara on Google. Go to Fahara.com,
Right,
Instagram, Fahara F Vision. It's everywhere. Just check it out, man. I appreciate y'all coming in and rocking with me today.
one more thing
Yes,
before
sir.
we go. I have a podcast too. It's on Apple Podcasts, it's on Google Podcasts, Spotify, everywhere, man. Check me out on all those platforms as well.
I got you. And Hater right. He was like, if he ain't hooping, he getting traded. Cause they trying to build a organization. Like I was telling you about at the beginning of the video. Jordan said he got some good people around him that he hadn't had since he been. They trying to
Right,
build a new organization, man. So hopefully all of that come into play. And I, I think by looking at the people on the team, they can have a playoff team, even if it's just
right.
first round. So
Mm-hmm.
I think they can really do good this coming up year, man. So blessings to them, blessings to and Jello too for making
Yeah,
the
man.
Detroit Pistons.
NBA.
We
Yeah,
had a
man.
We had a talk about this. I want y'all to go back and listen to that as well. So I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. Go and check out IVD Press on Instagram, Facebook, and here. Check out all the videos. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell. And it's me. It's your boy Fahari V, the son of Double AG, and it's IVD all day. Wow.
Boom, 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 boom.